Hi, my name's Josh and I'm a guitar tutor for South Lanarkshire Leisure and Culture, and today we're going to learn 3 more guitar riffs. So the 3 riffs we're going to learn this week are Day Tripper by the Beatles, Pumped Up Kicks by Foster the People, and Come As You Are by Nirvana. So we'll start with Come As You Are. So that sounds like this. Okay, and that's the riff, just repeats like that lots and lots of times. So all of this riff is played just in these, the E and the A string. Most of it is on the low E string. So to start with, it just begins with the open E string played twice. Okay, and if you're using a plectrum, just strum that down, up. So open E twice. And then it's just going to go to the first fret on the E string, and then the second fret on the E string. And you're going to use your first finger for both these notes, okay? So open E twice, first finger in the E, and then first finger in the first fret of the E, and then move that finger to the second fret of the E. So that sounds okay, so we get. And you can do that as if you're using a plectrum, down, up, up. Okay? Okay? So that's your first 4 notes. Lots and lots of times. So then it's going to go to that wee part. Now, we're going to keep our first finger on the second fret of the E, but we're going to then add our pinky onto the 5th fret of the E. Okay? So after those first 4 notes, we're then going to add our pinky to the 5th fret of the E string, take it off, play the 2nd fret again, add it on again, take it off and play the 2nd fret, and then the 2nd fret on the E string. And you're going to use your first finger. So it's just pinky in the 5th fret, take it off, play the 2nd fret again with your first finger, pinky in the 5th fret again, take it off, play the 2nd fret with your first finger. Now, really try and use your pinky here so it's pretty much each finger just would lie in the fret. This will mean you don't need to move your hand at all, and it will also help strengthen your pinky. Okay, so that first part goes like this. Okay, that's your first 4 notes. Okay, now after that, then it's going to go to that wee part. Now, we're going to keep our first finger in the second for the second half. So after you've done this part, where you've got your pinky on, and then pinky off for the 2nd fret, pinky on again, and then pinky off. Once you've played that, the second half sounds like this. Take it off, play the 2nd fret. Okay, so your pinky goes on, and the 5th fret comes off, 2nd fret goes on, and the 5th fret, and then comes off, and the 2nd fret. Now, the next part, we're just going to hit that 2nd fret again. Okay, so after you take your pinky off for the 2nd time, you're going to play the 2nd fret twice. And then you're going to move your finger back down to the 1st fret, and you're going to play that. And then you're going to take it off and just play the open string again. Okay, so after you take your pinky off for the 2nd time, you're then going to play the 2nd fret twice. And then you're going to move down to the 1st fret. And then you're going to play the open E string. Okay? So all of that together sounds like this. So after you've taken your pinky off, you're then going to play that 2nd fret. And then for the last part of the riff, all we're going to do is move between the open E string and the 2nd fret on the A string. So we're going down the string this time, and it just sounds like this. Okay, so we're going to play the open E once, 2nd finger in the 2nd fret of the A string, you're going to play that once, then you're going to play the open E twice, and then you're going to end on the 2nd fret of the A string again. So you get, so open E, 2nd fret of the A, open E twice, 2nd fret of the E. And then it just goes back to the beginning again. Okay? So, nice and slowly, I'll play that through the whole thing. So it's open E, twice, first fret in the E, then second fret in the E, fifth fret in the E, second fret in the E, fifth fret in the E, second fret in the E twice, back to the first fret in the E, then open E, and then it goes to the second fret in the A, and then the open E twice, and then the second fret in the A. And that's the whole riff. And that just gets repeated and repeated over and over again. I think, I can't exactly remember how many times in the actual song, but it's a lot. It's a lot. But yeah, so that's Come As You Are by Nirvana. Quite simple because it's only in 2 strings, and only one of the notes is on the A string, that second fret. Okay? Probably the trickiest thing for some people might be the fifth to second using your pinky. But try your best to try and use your pinky for that, because as I said, it will help make it stronger. But yeah, that's all there is for that riff. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so the second riff we're going to do today is Pumped Up Kicks by Foster the People, and it sounds like this. You're going to play that once, then you're going to play the open E twice, and then you're going to end on the second fret of the A string again. So you get... Okay, so this riff's quite simple. It's actually originally played on the bass guitar, but it sounds good on the guitar as well. So, this riff is just the bottom 3 strings we're going to be using, and we're going to be using our first, third and fourth fingers, okay? So, it starts off in the low E string, okay? And we're just going to play the first fret in that string. So we're going to play it 3 times in this rhythm. Okay? Now, what makes this song slightly different than most other riffs or songs we've done, because it's a bass part, and this is quite typical of bass playing, we're not going to let the note ring out before we hit the next one. Each time you play it, you're going to release the pressure a bit, which will mute the sound, so you'll hear it normal, and then you'll just take your finger off so it doesn't ring out. Okay? And that's the same for pretty much every note in this song. So you're going to play 3 times, but after each hit just let go of the pressure a wee bit. Okay? So 3 times on the first string, and then you're going to add your third finger onto the third fret of the E. Okay? And you're going to do the same thing for this one. You're going to, when you hit that, let it hold it for a second and then release the pressure. Okay? So 3 times in the first fret of the E, and then once on the third fret of the E using your third finger. So then we're going to put, after you play the third fret in the E, we're going to add our pinky, and we're going to play the 4th fret in the E. And the same again, you're just going to let that ring out for a wee second, and then release the pressure of your finger so it stops it. And we're going to play the 4th fret twice. So, like that. Okay, so you've got 3 times in the first fret, once in the third, and then twice on the 4th. And then after that, we're going to move down a string to the A string, and we're going to go to the first fret. Okay, and we're just going to play that first fret once, and then pretty much straight away go to the 3rd fret of the A string. So you go. Okay, so after your pinky, it goes 1st fret in the A, and then 3rd fret in the A. and then 1st fret, and then 3rd fret, and then after that we're just going to move down to the 1st fret in the D. So we've got 3 times in the 1st fret in the E, once in the 3rd fret of the E, twice in the 4th fret of the E, once in the 1st fret of the A, and once in the 3rd fret of the A. And then we're going to get down to the 1st fret of the D. So we get. Okay, so when we get down to this 1st fret on the D string, we're going to play that 3 times, pretty much identical to how we played the 1st fret in the E string 3 times. So it'll go like this. 3 times on the 1st fret, letting go of the pressure after each hit like before, and then we're going to go back up to the 3rd fret of the A string. Okay, so 3 times in the D string, 1st fret, once on the 3rd fret of the A string, and then we're going to move to the 1st fret of the A string. Okay, so 3 in the 1st fret of the D, once in the 3rd fret of the A, and then we're going to go to the 1st fret of the A, and we're going to play that 3 times. Okay, same rhythm as the 1st fret in the D. So 1st fret in the D 3 times, once in the 3rd fret of the A, and then 3 times in the 1st fret of the A. And then we're going to finish the riff off by just hitting the 3rd fret of the E once. Okay? Like that. So when we're working our way back up, it's 3 in the D, 1st fret of the D, 1 in the 3rd fret of the A, 3 in the 1st fret of the A, and then 1 in the 3rd fret of the E. And then that's it. And then it's just a case of going back, right back to the beginning. And that's pretty much the whole song. That just gets repeated throughout the song for the verses and the choruses pretty much. Now, it's quite simple. Just work your way through it. Maybe the trickiest thing is getting that sort of like muted sound after you hit the note, because you want to make sure that you actually get the note to ring out and don't get this sort of sound, but you want to then stop it pretty much as soon as you hear it. Okay, but that, with some practice you'll be able to get that, and the actual notes you're playing aren't too difficult, but that's just a new technique for you to try. But yeah, so that's all there is to pumped up kicks. Let's move on to the last one. So the last riff we're doing is Day Tripper by the Beatles, and it sounds like this. Okay, that pretty much repeats indefinitely as well. So, same as pumped up kicks, we're using the bottom 3 strings of your guitar, the lowest strings, and we're starting on the E string. Okay, now our hand's always going to be in the same place for this song, so our first finger's going to do all the 2nd frets, our middle finger's going to do all the 3rd frets, and our 3rd finger's going to do all the 4th frets. Okay, so you can just keep your hand in pretty much where your first finger starting in the 2nd fret, and it doesn't move for this whole riff. So it starts with an open E. We're just going to hit that once. And then it goes to the 3rd fret in the E with your middle finger, and then 4th fret in the E. Okay, so open E, 3rd fret in the E, and then 4th fret in the E. And then we're going to move down a string to the 2nd fret on the A string, and you're going to use your first finger for that, so you get. Okay, so open E, 3rd fret in the E, 4th fret in the E, and and then 2nd fret on the A. Each note you're just hitting once. And then you're going to move down the string, 2nd fret again on the D string. So you do the 2nd fret on the A string, and then you move down to the 2nd fret on the D string. And then you play the open D string, okay? So that's the sort of first half of the riff. Open E, 3rd fret in the E, 4th fret in the E, 2nd fret in the A, 2nd fret in the D, and then the open D. So the second half of the riff goes like this. So after that open D, we're going to go back up to the 2nd fret on the A, and then we're going to go to the 4th fret on the D this time with your 3rd finger, back to the 2nd fret on the A, 2nd fret in the A, 4th fret in the D, 2nd fret in the A, and then you go open D, and then 2nd fret in the D to finish it. Okay, so that last half, 2nd fret in the A, 4th fret in the D, 2nd fret in the A, open D, and then 2nd fret in the D. And all together, that's the whole riff. So we've got pretty much each string you only hit one time. So open E, 3rd fret in the E, 4th fret in the E, 2nd fret in the A, 2nd fret in the D, open D, 2nd fret in the A again, 4th fret in the D this time, back to 2nd fret in the A, open D, and then 2nd fret in the D. And that's you. And after you hit that 2nd fret in the D, just back to the beginning again, open E. And that's it. Just keep repeating that riff. That's pretty much how it goes. At one part in that song, the riff changes key, but all that happens there is it moves down the string, but it's the exact same pattern. I won't cover that in this video, but in the tab that comes along with it, you'll be able to see what that looks like. But if you can do that first part, all it is a case of starting in the A string this time. I'll let you hear how that sounds. So the first part of the riff, I'll play that 3 or 4 times, and then I'll move down to the A string and play the riff at the beginning of that string. So it sounds like this. Change here. And then it just goes back to the original one. Okay, so when all I did there was move down, instead of starting the E, I started in the A, and I played it on the D and the G string. But that will be in the tab that comes along with this video, and it's just the exact same thing, just starting the string below. But yeah, that's all there is to Day Tripper, and that's all there is for this lesson. So we've learned Pumped Up Kicks, Come As You Are, and Day Tripper, 3 great riffs. I hope you enjoyed this video course, and I hope to see you in person soon in one of our centres, either at East Kilbride or Rutherglen or Hamilton. Thanks very much for watching.